If you're planning a trip to Australia, chances are two cities immediately come to mind: Sydney and Melbourne. They're often included in the same itinerary, yet they couldn't feel more different. One is famous for its beaches and world-class icons, the other for its culture, coffee and creativity. So, in this video, we're comparing Sydney and Melbourne side by side, looking at what makes each city special, how they differ, and how they fit together on the perfect Australian holiday. Welcome to our channel, the Tartan Tripper. Sydney is Australia's most instantly recognisable city. It's bright, outdoorsy, and built around one of the most beautiful natural harbours in the world. Life here revolves around the coastline, with ferries gliding across the water, coastal walks hugging the cliffs, and beaches never far away. Melbourne, on the other hand, feels more European in character. It's creative, cultural and slightly edgy, with a strong focus on neighbourhoods rather than landmarks. The city is famous for its laneways, street art, live music and cafe culture, and it often feels more like a place people live rather than a place people visit. Sydney delivers the classic postcard moments. The Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge are two of the most iconic sights anywhere in the world, and seeing them from the harbour, especially at sunset, is unforgettable. Add in Circular Quay, Darling Harbour, and the skyline views from ferries, and Sydney makes a huge first impression. Melbourne doesn't rely on one single landmark. Instead, its appeal comes from atmosphere and detail. The city is packed with hidden bars, historic arcades, colourful street art and buzzing neighbourhoods like Fitzroy and St Kilda. It's less about ticking off sites and more about discovering places. This is where Sydney really stands out. Bondi, Manly and Coogee are not just beaches, they're part of everyday life. Coastal walks, ocean pools and surfing culture make Sydney feel like a city built for sunshine and fresh air. Even in the city centre, water and green spaces are never far away. Melbourne has beaches too, but they're not the main attraction. St Kilda and Brighton are more popular on warm days, but Melbourne's outdoor appeal leans more towards parks, gardens and riverside walks. It's a city that comes alive in cafes, bars and cultural spaces rather than on the sand. Melbourne is often considered Australia's food capital. Its coffee culture is world class, and the dining scene reflects the city's multicultural roots. From Italian and Greek influences to modern Asian fusion, Melbourne's food scene is one of its biggest strengths. Sydney also has fantastic food, especially seafood and waterside dining. Harbour views, rooftop bars and beachside cafes give Sydney a more scenic dining experience, while nightlife tends to centre around coastal areas and lively inner districts. Sydney is a city best explored on foot and by ferry. Public transport is reliable, but many of the best experiences come from simply hopping on a boat and seeing the city from the water. Melbourne's tram system is one of the best in the world. It's easy to get around without a car, and exploring different neighbourhoods feels effortless. The city is flat, walkable and designed for wandering. Most visitors see both cities, and there's a good reason for that. Sydney and Melbourne complement each other perfectly. Flights between the two take around an hour and a half, and many travellers split their time between them. A popular approach is spending 4 or 5 nights in Sydney to enjoy the harbour, beaches and outdoor lifestyle. Then 3 or 4 nights in Melbourne to soak up the culture, food and city atmosphere. Together, they offer a well-rounded introduction to Australia. If you love beaches, sunshine, iconic views and outdoor adventures, Sydney will probably be your favourite. If you're more interested in culture, food, art, sport and city life, Melbourne is likely to win you over. And if it's your first time in Australia, combining both cities gives you the best of both worlds. If you enjoy our channel, the Tartan Tripper, make sure to hit the subscribe button so as not to miss any of our latest videos. Sydney and Melbourne aren't rivals, they're partners in the perfect Australian adventure. One delivers natural beauty and unforgettable icons, the other brings creativity, culture and depth. The real question isn't which city is better, it's how much time you can spend enjoying both. Click on our next video for more travel destinations and inspirations. Until next time, safe travel.